and welcome back to another video. So as you know, we are reviewing the Pley Beauty Disco Dust in the shade Starlight Lounge. So this I redeemed from Supergreat for a number of coins that I do not care to look up right now. This is a loose shadow that is finely milled and gives you, like it says, a wet sheen on the skin and eyes. It is a multi-use product, so basically put it anywhere you'd like to put it and it should work. This is a brand created by Peyton List of Jessie fame and Diary of a Wimpy Kid. If you actually didn't watch Jessie, she is now in Cobra Kai, so that's how I assume most people would know her now. This retails for $20, which honestly isn't that bad when you think about it, because that's how much single shadows are like costing now. And while it might be a little bit of a splurge, a little goes a long way, and since this is a loose powder, it won't expire, so you can basically keep it forever. And since it's multi-use, if you like blue highlight / lips / face, go ahead and do that. One thing I will say is that it is a bit messy. I left the plastic that it came with on top and it still spilled out. Guess I left it on the wrong side. This is the shift. It is a white to very light pearlescent blue type purple. You can't really see it here because of the glare, but that's how sheeny it looks. It looks just wet, like they said, and it just gives you that blue hint. I really like this as an eyeshadow. I have yet to try it anywhere else. Like, I tried it a little bit on my lips, but that was about it. This is how it looks swatched out and dispersed. You can obviously pack it on more than that, but I wanted to show the full color range. And I wanted to compare it to some other products. So first up, we have the e.l.f. Earth and Ocean palette, and I'm comparing the shade Saltwater. You can see the shift here. This is the one that I actually think is the closest dupe. And given the fact that it's in an e.l.f. palette that its highest price is $20, and you can most definitely get this on a sale, whether at Target or on e.l.f.'s actual website, I'd say that this is a pretty good buy because you're spending the exact same amount of money for a similar shade. This is a bit chunkier and the white base comes out more, but it is close. Next up, we have Illumi from the ColourPop Blue Moon palette, and this I didn't think was close, but since like most people have this palette, I decided to compare it because then you can see how close it is and whether or not you'd actually want to buy this shade. As you can see, since it's that white to blue duochrome, it has the same type of sheen, and it's finer than the e.l.f. one. But again, these are all around the same price so far. So $20 or however much the Blue Moon costs now, because they did up their prices. It's not bad. This is also something that someone might have, which is the ColourPop times Avatar The Last Airbender palette. And I'm comparing it to Water Tribe. This is also a close dupe because this is close to the e.l.f. one, meaning that those three are similar. Since this is adjacent to e.l.f. and e.l.f. is adjacent to the Pley one, then this is also close. This leans more purple than blue, which is weird since it's supposed to be in the blue row of the palette, but I think it is similar because you see more of the white than the purpley blue, whereas the ColourPop one, you see more of the blue. You only see the white in the pan. And next up, an indie comparison. This is the shade Alma from the Nabla Cutie palette in Midnight. I don't really think that this is close either, but since it's that white to blue shift, I decided to compare it because people might have picked this up in the 21 Days of Beauty like I did. I think this is closer than the next one I'm going to show you and the ColourPop Blue Moon, but I still don't think that this is that close. The closest ones that I think are the Avatar The Last Airbender collab and the e.l.f. one, which is why I swatched those towards the front. And the next one, we have Astromech from the ColourPop times Star Wars collection. This has dried out in a quick pace, but since I can still swatch it, I decided to. It still has that same type of shift, but since this is a more glittery formula, you will see more glitter. So it's not as smooth, so it's not a dupe in that sense, but it is similar in color and in sheen, as you can see here. So I figured since Star Wars is a very popular IP, that people would actually have this. So it's a good comparison. At least that was my train of thinking. But yeah, you can see it swatched here. It's way more glittery. It's more comparable to the Blue Moon palette than anything else on my arm. But yeah, those were my 5 comparisons. So yeah, I think that this is a good product. And if I didn't redeem it with my super coins, I would have 100% bought something from the brand. So this was always up for grabs. I really like pay and list. So I would have 100% bought something. But if you're not really into loose shadows, like this is my first loose shadow that's like actual powder, then you may not like this. But given the fact that it's a loose powder and it doesn't expire, I would still highly recommend it, even if it's just a try out. Because if you don't like it, you can give it away. And if you do get into this type of product, it'll last basically forever. This is a clean brand. They recycle, they renew, reduce, reuse, recycle, and all that good jazz. These are all the 5 shades swatched out compared to each other. You can see that nothing really comes close besides that e.l.f. one. But if you already have that palette or you're looking for more shades, I would highly recommend that e.l.f. palette over buying just the single Pley Beauty product. But if you're really looking to reduce your collection, you don't want all those colors, then I would recommend the Pley Beauty. So yeah, that brings us to the end of this video. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Supergreat to see the swatch to my eyes, and I will see you in another video. Bye!